And this is where we're going to be rallying today. We're heading to Rally Italia Sardinia and the Italy Super Special stage, which normally kicks off the event. It's a former motocross track, just over 2 kilometres in length, and a real challenge for our drivers. So let's see our first pairing, Seb.
So we've got the battle of the co-drivers coming up, Gabriel against Elia, and we're going to hear from Elia now.
Guys, it's Elia here from Italy, and today I'm going to fight against my friend Gabri from Romania, so let's see who is the best.
Now I'm ready.
Already loving the fact that Gabby is in full overalls and gloves as well. And off we go then with the co-drivers battling against each other right now. It's an interesting pairing. Both of them have been preparing, Seb, haven't they?
Yeah, they've both been practicing like mad. Gabby is actually on his balcony, although you can't really tell from this angle as there's a cupboard behind him, but he informed me that it's the first time he's played on a console since his Sega Mega Drive.
Wow, that is quite some time ago. So he's currently using his kid's PlayStation to compete. And he's got a huge amount of experience behind him in the co-driving seat. 111 rallies to his name. That is pretty impressive. Of course, he co-drives for Raul Badu.
Yeah, and recently in Sweden, they both picked up the first stage points with 2 stage wins in Sweden after a return to Junior WRC from quite a scary crash in Finland.
Now let's switch to Elia, who's looking pretty good here so far, has to be said. He is very smooth. And you look at Gabby in comparison. Gabby is a little bit more flamboyant behind the wheel than Elia is.
Yeah, I don't know if Gabby, because he speaks fluent Italian, maybe right now he's channeling his inner Italian as well, really embracing the full Italian spirit in Sardinia.
Maybe that is the case. Elliot absolutely lives and breathes the sport of WRC. Oh, a little bit close to the hay bales there.
Yeah, it looks like we've still got a gap over Gabby though. Only just. It's really close now.
It is super close between them. This is a really good, even match between the co-drivers. And fantastic to see the co-drivers go.
Oh, we're getting close to the finish. I don't know who's going to win. Oh my God.
This is definitely going to be a tight one. There's the red boards. And it is Elia. And the relief there.
Well, guys, it was so close, but I win. It was a really nice stage. So let's focus for the semi-final now.
Okay, that is it. I lose from 4-10 seconds. Everything okay. Stay home, stay safe.
Very wise words there. Stay home, stay safe. 0.4 of a second, then is all that was in it. But it is Mr. Elia Digio who goes through. Now, Maciek Woda, championship manager of Junior WRC, and Martin Sesks.
This is the one I've been waiting for. It's the boss against one of the pupils, you could say, actually. Martin's is pretty quick behind the wheel, but Maciek has got some experience behind the wheel too.
Yeah, he certainly has, hasn't he? Although it's been quite some time and since we've seen him compete. I think the last time that he was, well, I don't know the last time behind the wheel, he's certainly been a co-driver as well, so he's got a huge amount of experience. And the last time I remember him was back in New Zealand in 2004, which is going back some, but he's got some pretty fancy footwork here. And to be fair, Seb, the only fancy footwork I've ever seen from Maciek Woda has been on the dance floor, so I'm pretty impressed so far. He's looking very committed here.
I am. I mean, Martin's has just got the edge at the moment, but Maciek isn't exactly no slouch by the looks of things. Anyway, I'm
shocked.
I'm kind of really excited by this. Yeah.
I'm genuinely shocked by how well he's doing. Okay,
I think
we
Maciek's
all know
just pulled the lead now.
He has.
Oh my God.
Maciek, you need to be getting behind the wheel of one of these cars, out on the real stages. Although
I wonder if this is it. I wonder if he knows the car so well with the M-Sport Poland that he's able to just get straight on it in a way.
Maybe that is the case. Maciej Woda, though, is giving a little bit of a lesson here to the students in how to do it on the super special stage. Who would have thought?
I spoke to him briefly before this, and he said he's taking it seriously. He booked a day off work to practice for it. So.
No!
Oh yeah, so all fair play to him.
Hard work is paying off. 21-year-old Cesc will be wide-eyed when he watches this back, I think. Because
so
it's Woda that's taken it!
Wow! So we didn't get any audio there from Cesc, but there was a look of horror and shock there.
I am not surprised.
To the semi-final.
Maciej Woda,
okay.
you little legend.
Straight to quarter-final 3 now. It's Enrico versus Raul.
In my wife's makeup salon, she doesn't have any customers now, or she won't make up herself, so it should be fine. I'm up against the local hero, Enrico Aldrati in Italy.
Okay, now we are in Sardinia, trying to get the best result in Itiri Arena. I'm fighting against Raul, so better be go second, Raul.
3, 2, 1, go!
Fighting talk there from Aldrati, love that. Just to reiterate, Raul Badu is currently competing within his wife's beauty salon room, which isn't being used right now. There's no manicures or waxing going on in there. There's some serious WRC8 game playing going on right now.
Yeah, the makeup drawers have been removed, the placing and steering wheel's been put in, and Raul's rallying.
He certainly is. 27 years of age then, and if you've ever seen him around the service park, you will know he is the happiest man in the service park. Always a huge smile on his face.
Yeah, no, he's probably the most enthusiastic driver in Junior WRC, always smiling. And by the looks of things, he's the most enthusiastic WRC8 driver. He's really taking it to Enrico on home turf.
Yeah, he's doing a really strong performance, whereas Enrico is finding all of the banks so far. If there's a banking, it seems Aldrati is up on it. I'm sure visually it is spectacular, but it's not going to benefit him in terms of time, unfortunately.
No, sadly not. For those of you that may have noticed the username God of Rubber there for Enrico, the family business is in the rubber and plastics industry. Oh no, hitting the bales there for Enrico as well. Whereas Raul is, well, he's smooth as silk so far, Bex.
Yeah, absolutely. And this is where you see time made up. Precision driving. Like the likes of Loeb and OJ have shown us over the years. Keep it neat, keep it tidy, keep it precise. You will win stages. It looks effortless for Raul, actually.
Yeah, I mean, if you can hear, he's actually still talking and giving us some commentary. Expertly done there by Raul. It looks like he's going to take the finish line, I think.
Yeah, absolutely, he is there. Yeah. The red boards.
Oh, 54.9. I think it's a personal best. It looks good. So I'm really happy to be at the end of the stage. I was quite nervous because I must admit it's easier in the real life because you always have a feeling of the car. But it's good. It's good to be here. We'll see the times.
I made a few mistakes, but. It's okay. It was a bit time that I didn't play the game, but you know, still doing fine. And let's see what Raul did.
Well, Raul beat you, unfortunately, Enrico, but a brilliant pairing, and congratulations to Raul, who's also teaching his son how to play the game. And what a teacher to have after that performance. Okay, next pair. Oh, hello, Rory Bell.
Wow.
Now, this is an interesting look.
Me against the one and only Fabrizio Zaldivar.
We're here ready for the start of the Rally Italia Sardinia esports against Rory Bell in the Itiri Arena, so let's see what we could do.
Okay, here we go.
Wow, straight into it, this one. We must be wow, okay.
Mr. Bell has quite an
interesting
fashion accessory, the goggles. Yeah. Obviously, it's very windy where Rory is sitting right now.
Must be, maybe a bit of dust as well from the game.
Maybe a bit of dust coming back up. Oh, Zaldivar into the bales there, offline now. That's going to cost him precious seconds.
Yeah, it looks like Rory's got the lead from that now. He's just going into the final technical section.
Let's have a listen to Rory, because he's doing some commentary.
So, yeah, no. Oh, taking the cross-country route. Yeah.
Bit of self-reassurance there from Rory, by the sounds of it. It looks like Fow's making some ground up now on Rory, though.
Yeah, I think Rory's making all his time on the talking, really, isn't he? I think he needs to concentrate on the wheel rather than the gob right now.
It does make you wonder, without the goggles and the helmet, maybe where he'd be right now.
Maybe he could see a little bit better if he took the goggles off, but I do like the look. It is impressing me. But again, Fow just touching the bank.
He's on the
there,
ragged
the hay
edge,
bales.
isn't
He is on the ragged edge.
So he's just edging Rory at the moment, but it's still neck and neck. Rory's just pulled the lead back, but
this is again going to be a very close finish. You'll see the red boards.
Oh, Rory!
Okay, so we're done. We did 157.1. We beat Rory Bell, so that's good.
Thought I had it from the word go. Fashion already. Back to the drawing board.
Back to the drawing board, definitely. Eyewear, obviously a big thing for Mr. Bell, but it is Zaldivar who takes home the spoils, and you can hide those eyes in shame, Mr. Bell, behind the fabulous eyewear that you've got going on. So, that is our lineup complete then, heading into what will be now the semi-finals.
Yeah, so the semi-final, we'll briefly touch on it. It's going to be on Lerno, and we're going to have Fow against Raul Balliu, so there's another driver head-to-head there, and sadly, Aliyah is going to face Mr. Woda, who set the fastest time of the tournament so far, Bex.
No, you're absolutely kidding.
Yeah.
Maciek Woda, championship manager for the Junior WRC, also the MD of M Sport Poland, has beaten all of his drivers. Is that what you're telling me, Seb?
I'm checking the times again. Yes.
Let's make sure we get it right. Well, impressive stuff then from Woda. He is the man to beat. Where is he getting this talent from? Has it always been there? Has it been hiding behind the scenes? He's been hiding his light under a bushel. Well, we've managed to get a video connection with Maciek now. Let's hear what he has to say.
I guess you were surprised to see me in this competition, but there's a lot of things you don't know about me yet. I'm not at my home, but I took the steering wheel with me, so I can show you who's really fast in this competition. I have to say, I need to say big thank you to John Armstrong, who gave me a few advices over the last few years, because I first started to play years ago when it was still a Colin McRae rally. At that time we've been playing with my friend who I shared the flat with, on the keyboard, on the computer keyboard. Obviously nowadays it's a bit easier and more joy, and the game is much better. The game is actually excellent. So yeah, try to win with me. And if you win with me, we might take it to the next step, and we might take it to the real car, but you will have to pay for this test.
Wow, well, he could well be on course to. Make sure then you join us for the next round of what is the Junior WRC Esports Shootout. We'll see you then.